On this Tuesday morning, we are switching gears for our weekly segment called Pop-Off Politics. And with that, one of our besties is here in the house.
Bestie. I've gone up to the bestie level.
Well, I was trying to get to investigator.
Well,
so.
I'm up to the bestie level.
Yeah, you're climbing, man.
Okay,
We're
great.
almost to the top.
Yeah, awesome. Working my way up the lineup.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
How you doing?
You know, I'm doing well. Today, though, this Tuesday, feels like a Monday, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
For you?
But we're celebrating an anniversary on this Tuesday.
We are. Guess what?
Yeah.
This is our birthday.
That's right.
Month episode.
Not your birthday, not my birthday. Pop-Off Politics birthday.
Politics turns 1.
Yeah, 1 year old.
Isn't that crazy?
And it's important for our viewers to know that this all started, okay? Because, you know, we live here. We love it here. We really do. Mm-hmm. And not all of us are Houstonians, right? Some of us live out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
In the Sugar Land.
Some people are just moving here to make this their home.
Yeah, Katie. You're living up in Cyprus. But we love Houston, right? And the fact of the matter is, Houstonians fund this city. And you might fund this city when you go in to visit the city, right? So this is where we look every single week by examining your tax dollars with Pop-Off Politics and see how the city of Houston is spending this money. Yeah. And all of this, of course, gets approved every single Wednesday at City Hall by the elected council members.
People you elected.
And we pop off because this is exactly what Houstonians do during the public session on Tuesdays, which is known, of course, as Pop-Off.
I've always said what we do is truly a public service, but this segment right here really delves into the way your money, your hard-earned dollars are being spent at the city of Houston.
Yeah, and we try to have fun with it, but at the same time, we try to hold people accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's, you know, getting into the weeds with politics is kind of challenging at times.
It is, yeah.
But, you know, we're happy with that.
Difficult.
And thank you to those of you who have reached out to us. They enjoy the segment.
Yeah.
We've survived a year. But the biggest point is that, some of these items that we've exposed, they've actually been, you know, taken out of the rotation. Yeah. And they said, hey, we're not going to do that.
In so many layers. Okay, speaking of that, what are we talking about today?
All right, we're going to begin with some business that wasn't quite addressed last week because it was tagged, which, Zach, you know means, that's right, it gets kicked down the road. Or in this case, it got kicked down the street.
Uh-oh.
Here it is, parking meters, all right? This was agenda item, here it is.
A lot of folks talking.
All right, this was agenda item 34 last week, but now it's number 40 this week, okay? And this is the ordinance amending sections 26-155 of the Code of the Ordinances, Houston, Texas, relating to parking meter regulations tagged by Councilmember Pollard. Okay, now this really doesn't tell you too much here.
Yeah, I know our colleague Rochelle Turner, though, did a report on this, was it last week?
Yeah, and that's where she's about to tell you, I'm about to tell you what this is, because what does this tell you? You're like, look at this going,
yeah, what does this mean, right?
Exactly.
It's a foreign language.
But Rochelle did a great job of breaking this down. And you can see Rochelle's report right now by going to click2houston.com after this segment.
Yeah.
After this segment.
And remember, we have that new search engine, so all you might just have to type in meters, and it'll pop right up.
But this is what it is. It's a push, all right, to change the times that you have to pay to park in your downtown Houston parking meters. Okay, right now, there is free parking after 6 p.m. in some areas, and which is fantastic. Yeah. Because of the fact that if you go to an Astros game, right?
Right.
If you're gonna go to a concert,
you can find that spot. That's
you can
not
find that
break
spot,
the bank.
and you know that's like finding $5 in the couch.
It is.
It is.
You can get a beer while watching the game.
Right. You know, take that money, use it for the beer. Yeah. Absolutely. Except if you're with Junior, then you get them the ice cream. But the city wants to add $8 to it, making it, 8 hours, not $8. They want to add 8 hours to the time from 6 p.m.
to 2 a.m.
to the new time that you're going to pay until 2 a.m. Bottom line here. Okay.
So that would only give you, what, 5 hours of free parking then? 2 a.m. to 7 a.m.? No, what time do they start charging in the morning?
7 a.m. Yeah, it's not too much time.
That's 5 hours, only 5 free hours.
Not much time. I don't know too many people are going to be driving down. Usually, you know, there's an old saying. Anything that happens after 2 o'clock while the streets,
it's no good.
Right, so if it's free parking, I don't really know how great this is after 2 a.m. All right, now, this is...
You need to tell them that when you talk to them
I should, right? That's what you hear. Anyways, this is considered a revenue generator for the 4th largest city in America. Yeah. If it passes, it's going to cost you more to park after hours. I think we've hammered that point home enough there. Yeah. But it's interesting to note, Zach, there is no push to raise the current parking rates in the city.
So that rate will stay the same.
Yeah, the rate's only extending hours. That I can tell.
Okay.
So.
Okay. What else are you working on, sir?
All right, so, you know, for golfers, this is what they call Masters Week, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and this is, hey, look at this. Look at this. We're moving it around. We're going, oh, there we go.
Oh,
right there.
Wow.
This is Masters Week, arguably the biggest tourney of the year. It's the battle for the green jacket.
The green jacket.
Yeah. Get it all nice and fitted. All right, so here it is. It's item number 14, ordinance amending ordinance number 2009-2021, passed on 4/17/2019. Okay. Approving and authorizing a first amendment to the contract between the City of Houston and
Yamaha
Golf Car Company. Yeah. To extend, Zach, pick it up from there, bud.
The contract term from April 29th of this year, so that's just in a few weeks, right? To April 29, 2025.
For golf cart leasing services for the Mayor's Office of Special Events and the Houston Parks and Recreations
So
Department.
these are the golf carts they drive around.
Yeah. So is this all for just the Mayor's Office, you know, for when they got the 4th of July
Right.
festivities? So this
Some
one,
marathons.
That's interesting. And it's got millions behind it. Okay, so we go right to the backup, and the original contract was for 3 years in 2019 with 2-year options, which puts us to where we're at right now. Not to exceed $3.2 million. Well, expenditures, according to the backup, as of February this year, totaled $432,000. Okay, out of the original amount of $3.2 million. So there is sufficient spending authority, according to the paperwork, remaining in this contract to carry the city through the extended 1-year period. The 1-year extension is necessary to allow the departments to revise its technical specifications here, and it will allow sufficient time for the Houston Parks and Recreation Department to have a new contract in place.
So how much money are we talking about now?
Okay, so...
And are we saving any?
Well, that's a great question, because I reached out to the city. I had the same exact question. I reached out to City Hall. I got my notes here because I had to add it on. They reached out to us late. As of February 24, a total of $1.4 million has been spent from the original contract date. The contract is for golf cart leasing for all municipal golf courses that the city has. Oh. So it's not a, you see, that's a little secret sauce there.
There is some secret sauce.
All right, so, and maintenance facilities within the Parks and Recreation Department, as well as for Mayor's Office of Special Events, Police Department, and Fire Department. You got to remember something. The city has public golf courses.
Yeah.
So this is their way of saying, hey, we got to get some new golf carts. They've spent about $1.4 million. That's what this is about.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just thought this was going to be about, you know, for the mayor's office and the special events, you know, like when they do the fireworks show or the rodeo, they got to get the cars.
Marathons, closing down the roads.
Right, yeah. No, this has to do with also with our city's golf courses, which are a revenue generator.
For people,
For the city.
Yeah, for the city.
And right, Lord knows they need the money right now.
Yeah.
According to everybody, they're all reaching out to us. And thanks for the emails. They're saying, hey, we're broke, we're broke. So this is about revenue generation. That's what we're talking about this week.
Hey.